Welcome back to the Call of Cthulhu. Last time we came up to these two dopes, so let's continue on and see if we can make our way inside Warehouse 36. That's our main objective. Sneaking through a window? I don't think we need to crouch. Which button? Okay, it's circle. We don't need that. Can't get up that ladder. It's not looking too good. Oh, there's a hole in the floor there.
Let's see.
Oh, we gotta hold it. Okay, there we go.
Perfect. Oh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Oh boy. Oh, it's the mirror we have to look at.
What happened here?
Probably not the smartest idea.
These painkillers were prescribed
you know,
3
punch a
months
mirror.
ago. Someone has been taking them since the time of the Hawkins death. It smells as bad as it looks.
Yeah, that don't look very fun. Is that just fish? Looks like just fish. Okay, so if it's just fish, a little more preferable
Can't
than the
sleep.
alternative.
I know how that feels. Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
Someone was definitely sleeping there.
Whoever hid it here seems to worship Sarah Hawkins. What just happened? Did I imagine?
Is that everything we can find here? I guess. Make sure there's nothing else in here. Oh, there is other stuff in here.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
Okay, I think that is probably everything. So let's get out of this mode. We got the check mark on the clues thing, so. All right, we got a character point. Okay. On the approaches to Darkwater, I saw thick clouds masking the sky. They were so low they seemed intent on impaling themselves on the sharp reefs that encircled the island. Fitzroy, the captain of the only tub. The only tub? That's an interesting way of referring to a boat. Fitzroy, the captain of the only tub that manages to float to the mainland, offered to help me. He may have documents that belong to Charles Hawkins. Fitzroy advised me to visit the port's bar. He mentioned a little pick-me-up. I suppose I could get the lay of the land at the same time. Okay, so this is just going over the stuff that we went through. We met Kat. We got knocked out. A gang of bootleggers. I guess it's a cross between bootleggers and bootlickers. A gang of bootleggers, maybe, occupies the warehouse zone. Of course, they're standing between my trail and me. I've got to find a way to avoid them, or else to get rid of them, to continue my investigation. Okay, so I guess nothing else to do here?
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! You again. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Good for you, bro. How do we want to answer this?
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
Let me guess. It was in the Hawkins mansion.
Precisely. You can still see the burn marks. There's no doubt about it. I must admit that you seem fairly competent. But I can't allow you to stay here.
I've seen enough. It's the Hawkins mansion that interests me now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail. I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
He doesn't even look
Who
that
are
big.
you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed.
We'll
But
see
meet
about
again.
that. We will. And you'll get yours.
Is it far, this mansion?
You have to tamp down that ego a
Look
bit.
behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Cool. All right, chapter 3. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place, thought to be abandoned, revealed some surprises. Signs of recent occupation as well as a partly charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. Dang, that guy looks like he got messed up pretty bad. That's a gnarly scar.
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Winchester, huh?
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I want all the answers.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around it, would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains
No kidding,
to be
the place
seen
is
what they did with
gigantic.
all their money.
Look at the size of this place.
Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
One more.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Yeah, I think we're good to go.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silent.
Sure,
Why not?
I guess.
You can help.
Right. Let's go.
All right, let's see what we got down here. That's cool looking. Oh, we can interact with this?
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined.
1693 by Reverend John Wickwood.
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
I mean, you say that, but I feel like...
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it
I feel
was
like
Charles Hawkins'
no matter
wish.
how well liked you are, there's
Strange idea.
always going to be somebody out there who
Imagine
doesn't like
Webster
you.
wasn't too pleased.
Mrs.
Or,
Hawkins'
and
father?
sometimes it's just, I mean, some people just
Said
don't
it,
like your
yes.
face. And there's nothing you can really do
Let's go
about
to
it.
the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary and steal a burnt painting? I don't see...
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
They don't look very
The
fresh.
caretaker takes great care of these graves. The caretaker. Someone must really... Poor kid. Poor kid.
This place has some epic atmosphere. I love it. I would totally come hang out here. Oh, good thing we went down there. It was blocked. Oh, I didn't mean to duck there. Looks like the front door is all barricaded.
I'll have to find another entrance.
This is a really neat little area. Nice little sitting place.
This entrance is still in use.
Oh, I didn't want to go to it. I wanted to go past it.
Whoa!
You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa.
Aren't you friendly? Where's Officer Friendly when you need him?
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's
So then,
painful to be the
The
last
axe
one
down,
left.
bro.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin.
Yeah, that's it, vermin.
Vermin people?
This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on then, just to get rid of you.
Let's
Well,
see
he-
what more I can learn from this mansion.
He was pretty easily swayed. Considering, I mean, the guy just had an axe coming after us. I feel like bro is like fully prepared
This gate is locked.
to either start lopping heads off or turning Mr. Pierce here into a tree stump. That's a really cool visual there with the lighthouse. Okay, let's see if there's anything we can come and find down here. I mean, Mr. Man, if this is where he lives, probably not going to be too thrilled about the fact that we're poking around his house, but... Too bad. We are a video game character, so it doesn't really matter, necessarily. Oh! I guess maybe later we might have to come here, and that's our way in.
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes.
What, you're talking about the window frame?
I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
Can we do anything with the window back here, or what? No, eh? Okay. Okay, let's get out of here. Is there like a fast sprint? Oh, I didn't realize you had like a lean button. Oh, it's make everyone puke. Oh my god, that's bad. Okay, stop messing around.
Beard, now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
What do you mean
You're right.
fun and games,
Let's
man?
go.
The guy tried to clip me with an axe.
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
All right, Pierce and Officer Bradley explored the gardens of the Hawkins mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas Winchester, the old caretaker, still faithful to his employers. Keeps watch on the place, armed with his axe. Pierce and Bradley managed to calm him down and finally get a hold of the key to the Hawkins mansion. They enter the building looking for the scene of the fire. So that's a lie. Bradley didn't do anything to calm down Silas. We talked him down.
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Oh, let's go. Enter detective mode.
What kind of meat is this?
Definitely interesting looking. Looks like a deformed turkey that like got pressed into a roll. Or no,
This
no,
place is for the head of the family.
kind of looks like fish.
Charles Hawkins.
The texture on that looks almost looks like a giant like salmon or tuna steak or something. Nothing else of interest here? Ah.
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Nothing else of interest around here? Okay.
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door. Silas managed to bring the fire under control.
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
That's kind of neat. Charles Hawkins poses like an explorer in front of exotic ruins, also known as the pyramids. It is common knowledge that he wasted away his fortune on expensive trips. What was he looking for?
But it was already too late for the Hawkins.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. The child's corpse left a trace.
Ooh,
Where are the others?
that's not good.
They had a fight. Why? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes?
Looks that way.
Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
Possibly. You know, the way these clues happen, it kind of reminds me of, well, what's that game called that we played before? The what's it? The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, I believe
Did
it
it
was.
stop at the time of the fire?
Okay, what did we miss? Oh, that. Gotta be something there.
If the painting I found on the docks really came from here,
Oh,
how
yeah.
come it didn't burn? Did someone escape the fire?
It would look that way.
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight.
Accurate.
Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
All right, so we will call it a day here for now, and next time we'll continue exploring the manor and see what kind of clues we can find and see where this story takes us. So, if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, and if you want to see more videos like these, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and until next time, thanks for watching.